All right, we found a spot that will work for me. I was genuinely worried that we were not going to be able to find a spot. We've been driving, we tried like 3 different areas. And then this spot that I'm at technically says closed, but not really. There's actually other people here too, right down the road. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. But this is actually, and I've never been over here into this area, but this is where the Hermit's Peak trail is. And if you guys are from New Mexico, you'll remember the Hermit's Peak Calf Canyon fire that happened. So a lot of the area around here is burned, but it's still really pretty.
Working hard tonight to keep the fire, which bans 2 counties from jumping the Gallinas Canyon. Our team coverage continues with News 13's Stephanie Chavez. She's here with more. Stephanie?
Jess, crews new fire conditions today. We're going to make for a tough fight, but we're not expecting it to be this bad.
We're seeing epic fire conditions, epic fire stuff that I never thought I'd see, that we're dealing with it right now. And, you know, even with all the resources that we've put in place between all the assisting agencies, we're still having a hard time keeping up with that.
Now, this is the view from the fire from Levio and Patricia Sanchez Family Stadium, where NMHU plays football. You can see the billowing smoke off in the distance. Since that video was shot this afternoon, the smoke has gotten even worse, blanketing the city of Las Vegas. Mandatory evacuations are in place for anyone in the Big Pine, Porvenir Canyon, Canovas Canyon, Gallinas, Lower Canyon Road, and Trout Springs area. We're also being told the United Worlds College in Montezuma is being evacuated.
So you guys can see all throughout here. I mean, the fire was just everywhere, all alongside this mountain. Everywhere that we were driving too, like within, I mean, many multiples of miles, there was fire. So I knew that was a big fire, but I didn't realize that it was that big. It absolutely massive. So I'm just glad that we found a little spot to come chill. Look at these trees. That is absolutely crazy. But yeah, I'm just glad that we found a spot to come chill. I don't think this is deep enough for fish though. So I was considering at least trying for some fish. Oh, yep, there was three or four small ones. They're pretty small, but I did see them in there. All right, there's a hike right here, and we're actually gonna go for it since we're here in the area. This is a hike that's gonna be kind of interesting because it is the Hermit's Peak hike. And yeah, that fire 2 or 3 years ago now was pretty bad. So I have a feeling it's gonna be kind of surreal checking everything out, but we're gonna go do it. Since we're in the area, we might as well. I ended up over here by happenstance just because I didn't like the crowdedness of the lake that we were gonna be at trying to fish.
Ain't no way to explain or say how painful the hangover was today. In front of the toilet, hands and knees, trying to breathe in between the dry heaves. My baby made me some coffee, afraid that if I drink some, it's probably coming right back out me. Couple of Advil, relax and chill, at a standstill with how bad I feel. I think I need to smell fresh air, so I stepped out the back door and fell down the stairs. The sunlight hit me dead in the eye, like it's mad that I gave.
See, even just starting, you see we're gonna be walking by all these trees that were affected by the fire. So I know that they haven't been out here maintaining the trail since then, and you can really tell. You can honestly tell that they haven't been maintaining the campground either. So it has been a few years since that fire. You can really see, like, especially the tops of the trees seem like they're growing back. But it's a trip to be down here and see no, like, I guess like underbrush, like that kind of stuff. Normally, I mean, I have never been out here. I don't think you would have sight lines this far through the trees without that fire having had happened, if that makes sense. Look at this. Look at how, I mean, so much is just still gone. It's beautiful with these mountains back here and everything. I don't know where Hermit's Peak is. The trail continues going this way. So I don't know where it is. I just wanted to show you guys how crazy that looks. This is a trip because this spot that we've gotten to, I mean, all the bark is charred off of all of these. The tops are all the way gone. So the fire was like, must have been really roaring through here. Could you imagine how hot and scary it would be to have all of these trees on fire? That would be absolutely insane. Just all of these just engulfed completely in flames would be pretty dang wild. Let's give this boy some water, giving him a rest in the shade. We actually got to a spot where it looks like the fire didn't quite do as much damage. When you walk in the forest, this is kind of what you would expect to see, you know? A lot more leaves. You can't see quite as far because when you're looking back this way, you see where the fire was, you can just see straight through everything. And there's no shade. So while we're checking this out, we actually get some shade over here, which is quite nice. Overall, it's not the most difficult hike that I've been on so far. It would have been a lot nicer to have this shade the whole way up though, because it's pretty hot and sunny. All right, so we've gotten to a part where it starts to get really overgrown and kind of the steps and everything are more technical. We're both pretty tired and we're out of water, so it hasn't been the hardest because it's been a little bit of a gradual incline. We're at, I think, the tough part now, but I want to make it down. We spent so much time driving around trying to find our spot. I want to make it down safely before the sun sets behind this peak right here. I don't know how much further we would have had to go. I don't know how much further either one of us want to go really before we turn around and start heading back. So it is beautiful though. And this area, you know, is starting to grow back pretty good. You can still see some of the trees are missing, but it's pretty dense brush through here. And there's even flowers and stuff like that. But Jet, you pretty tired, dude? Yeah. I even got charcoal on my knee from one of the burnt logs, burnt branches. But we're all the way up here. It's definitely time to start heading back though, because we're tired. So we had turned around at 4 o'clock and it's 4:56. So it takes a little bit longer to go up than it does to come down. But yeah, so it's solid 2-hour hike for sure, even just to where I was, and we didn't even make it to the top. But I got something to show you guys. So Amazon Prime was having a sale, and Brandy picked us up this Jackery Explorer 1000. So this thing is going to be super, super cool. You don't need it as much in the RV, but these plugs don't work in the RV unless the generator's running or you're plugged into shore power. So you don't always I don't always want to start the generator if I'm going to run it for 2 or 3 minutes to plug something in, like the electric tea kettle or hair straightener or whatever. So she picked us up this Jackery Explorer 1000, and this is actually a pretty good one. It's like I used to have the really small one, and this is bigger than that. So this thing's a beast, but because we have the Jackery, I could bring a Blu-ray player and watch a movie while we make dinner.
Half the day till last night, my bad sight made me trip on my ass right into that patch of grass. Like that's life. All of a sudden, I realized something. The weather is amazing, even the birds are bumping. Stood up and took a look and a breath, and there's that bike that I forgot that I possessed. Never really seen exercise as friendly, but I think something's telling me to ride that 10 speed. The brakes are broken, that's alright. The tires got air and the chain seems tight. Hopped on, it felt the summertime. It reminds me of one of them Moosab lines, like sunshine, sunshine is fine. I feel it in my skin, warming up my mind. Sometimes you gotta give in to win. I love the days when it shines. Whoa, let it shine. Sunshine, sunshine is fine. I feel it in my skin, warming up my mind. Sometimes you gotta give in to win. I love the days when it shines. Whoa, let it shine. Whoa, let it shine. Whoa, let it shine. Whoa, let it shine. Whoa, let it. If I could, I would keep this feeling in a plastic jar. Bust it out whenever someone's acting hard. Settle down, barbecue in the backyard. The kids get treats and old folks get classic cars. Every day that gets to pass is a success, and every woman looks better in a sundress. The sun shines, an excuse to shoot hoops, get juice, show and prove them moves and let loose. I hear voices, I see smiles to match them. Good times, and you can feel it in the fashion. Even though the heat cooks up the action, the streets still got butterflies, enough kids to catch them. Riding my bike around these lakes, man, feeling like I finally figured out my escape plan. Take it all in, the day started off all wrong, but somehow now that hangover is all gone. Ain't nothing like the sound of the leaves when the breeze penetrates these southside trees. Leaning up against one, watching the vibe, forgetting all about the stress, thanking God I'm alive. It's so simple, I had to keep the song simple. And when I get home, I'm gonna open all the windows, feeling alright. Stopped at a stop sign, a car pulled up, bumping Fresh Prince of Summertime. Summer, summer sign. I feel it in my skin, warming up my mind. Sometimes you gotta give in to win. I love the days when it shines. Whoa, let it shine. Sunshine, sunshine.
Jet Li's making a big old mess out of his food, but whatever. It's my fault for giving him ground turkey and not bringing like a proper bowl for him. Anyway, doing tacos. So eating tacos and watching The Patriot. If you guys have never seen The Patriot, I highly, highly recommend it. And if I can be strong enough to get this salsa open, we'll be good to go. But yeah, it's like, I'm so happy right now. This is my element. This right here, this little section right here, you know, I'm assuming because of the water, it's either regrown more or didn't catch fire quite the same way. It's absolutely gorgeous out here.
This campground's like way down here in the valley, so you don't get to see really the sunrise, but you see it hit the other side of the mountain, which is really cool. It gives off this really cool like yellow glow over there through the trees. Pretty sick.
Sometimes you gotta give in to win. I love the days when it shines. Whoa, let it shine. Whoa, let it shine. it shine. Whoa, let it shine.